Okay, so I am going to just start this freaking video because if I don't, I never will. Hello everyone, my name is Monica and welcome back to my channel Mooni Reads, where I talk about books and things. First thing on this agenda for today about books is that I didn't upload last week, and I plan on uploading a vlog where you can see where my mental health took a nosedive down into the depths of the earth basically. And I just wanted to apologize because I was like, yes, I'm gonna post, I need this structure in my life, and then I fucking went and didn't post. I'm sorry, but I do plan on keeping to the schedule. It's just that last week I really didn't have the mental capacity. You'll see it in my vlog. I will insert like a little trigger warning before I post that video, like in the beginning, because I discuss a lot about my mental health. So that's out of the way. Let's get into the video. I got this idea for this video and as usual I don't prep anything. I just think of ideas and they come, and this video is nothing short of that. So I just grabbed a bunch of series out of my bookshelves because remember, I'm trying to finish stuff from my bookshelves this year that I either want to finish, don't want to continue, or maybe there is there's one that I don't have physically with me, but I really want to read it, so what the hell. So let's start with the series that I definitely won't be finishing, which is a pile over here. Some of these you've seen before, but I just couldn't really find a lot of series because I actually don't like reading series. I much prefer standalone books, so I don't really buy a lot of series, but here we go. So the first one is A Darker Shade of Magic, or The Shades of whatever this is called, by V.D. Schwab. I DNF'd this book. Can't stand it. Can't stand the not like other girls trope. Don't like it. I was so excited for this because Vicious, oh my god, Vicious is another one that I'm not finishing. Just so you know. A little bonus. I'm not finishing the Vicious series because that should have been a standalone. But anyway, but I know this is a series and I fucking hated it. Won't continue it, but I don't even remember what it's about. It's about like different Londons, and there's red London and black London and gray London, and the main character is so cliche, like it hurts me to talk about it. It really does. If you've been in my on my channel like before I took my break, then you know. Another one that I shit on a lot is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. Just the fact that it was written by Marissa Meyer should have like tipped me off that this was not for me. Why? Because I don't like Marissa Meyer's writing. So this is about X-Men, but we cannot use the word X-Men because, you know, it's patented. Copyrighted, not patented. Is it patented? I don't know, whatever. And I actually read this and I would start a chapter and I knew exactly what was going to happen in that chapter because it was that predictable and boring to me. Which is a shame because this cover is fucking incredible. But no, won't be continuing with that one. Then we have a book that I read last year for a challenge, which was to read science fiction books published by women named Monica. And this is The Girl Under Glass, book 1 of the Glass and Iron series. This is kind of like it's smutty, which I don't mind. Not my thing, but I don't mind. But I really don't care. I really don't care what happens here. So even though I actually did enjoy this book, I will not be continuing on with the series, but I actually did enjoy this one. Like, we'll just keep it at that. I don't care about what happens next. This one, I should have known. I should have known because I hated the last book in this series, and yet I went and bought the continuation of the series. Why did I do that? Capitalism. But other than that, I'm just gonna say the new called, like, I don't know what this is called. Book 1 in the Dreamer trilogy. This is the Dreamer trilogy by Maggie Stiefvater. Enjoyed this book. It was fine. Don't want to know anything about this universe anymore. I like this book. I'm happy to have it on my shelves, but I don't think I will be continuing it. This hurts, but Dune. You know, Dune is one of my favorite books. I read the next one, Children of Dune. I don't know. The next one in the series. And then there's one more, and then there's a bunch more. And honestly, I'm not interested. I like Dune, but I don't like what comes next. So why would I continue it? I do have the first 3 books, and I just don't plan on going on from there. I don't know. I am not interested in that one. Then we have Numenon by Marina J. Lostetter. I know this is a series, but I think this book racked up really well. If you don't know what this is about basically humans going off to try to find other worlds and then return to find humanity has completely changed. And it was good. It was really good. I liked it. I liked this book. Don't plan on continuing with the series. Sometimes I just think authors need to stop at one book because that book was good enough, like Vicious. It was good enough. Why do I want more? I do not. I do not want more. So there you go. I should have left that for the end. I should have left the series that I don't plan to continue in the end, because I know that's what you want. I know you want me to shit on things. So if you're done watching this video, it's my own downfall. But let's go into books where I might give them a try. And I'm just pulling this off. This is Robopocalypse by Daniel H. Wilson. Now this is a story about an AI that takes consciousness and basically a war between robots and humans and AI. Love that. I know there's a second book and I might give it a chance. These are the like maybe pile. Books where I might give them a like I might want to get the next book in the series to see how it wraps up. I really loved how this one went. So I like the author's writing and I kind of want more. I kind of want more from this world. So this might be one where I'm like, I get you. I see you, and I might continue. This one, you've seen this book feature before, Practical Magic. I want to read this book, but I'm not sure I want to read the whole series, you know? This book is about 2 sisters who, I didn't even say what the other books were about. Well, whatever, I did say some of them. This book is about 2 sisters who are witches and have magical powers, and they try to live normal lives. Now, I haven't read this one, so I'm not sure how the writing style is, or I'm not sure if I just want to read this one and nothing else. One of my cats is playing with her toy behind me. So I'm not sure if I want to continue because I haven't read anything, but this is a maybe. Maybe I'm just okay with just this one book. But if not, then you might see this series pop up on my channel for later on. Okay, oh, this is in the wrong pile. Now I have the last series that is a maybe. And I am so angry at myself that I spent all this money on these books because I thought this was a trilogy and that it was finished, and I bought all 3 books that were out at the time of the Bone Season, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Whatever, the Bone Season trilogy. No, it's like a 6-book series. This is a YA fantasy series, and the only reason I'm giving it a chance is because I already have these books. But if I read this one and I'm not into it and I don't like it, these are getting decluttered. These are going into a donation pile. I'm giving them to a friend. I don't know. And if you don't know, this book, where is it? This book is about my cats are like, what are you doing? So this book is about a clairvoyant girl in a world where clairvoyancy is like against the law. My cats ruin every single video. I don't know. This is a YA fantasy. If you're new to BookTube, or if you're thinking about starting your BookTube channel, I will tell you that my camera is completely crooked. I will tell you, do not go into buying a bunch of books just because someone mentioned it once. Don't do that, because then you're gonna end up with a bunch of books that you don't even know if you want to read. I'm serious. And really, hauls get the most views on BookTube. That's just truth. Hauls and decluttering videos, like, I don't know what else to call them, like getting rid of your books, whatever. Those are the videos that get most views. So you might be tempted to be like, okay, so I'm gonna buy a bunch of books and I'm gonna haul them every month, because those, you can't do that. You are well within your, I can't speak today. You are well within your right to do that, but you might regret it. So don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap. So these are my maybe books. Now for the part that nobody cares about, which are the series that I plan to finish, continue, whatever you want to call it. I just pulled books from my shelves. Like I said, I don't prepare. Like, I just say, hey, I have this idea for a video, and I start filming. That's what I do. But let's start. I just have them up here. So this is the what is it? What is this? Cassidy Blake series? Is it Cassidy Blake? Yeah, I think so. But this is a book. This is a middle grade book by Victoria Schwab about a girl who sees ghosts and she has to send them on the beyond. And they're kind of scary. Like the second book in this series actually really scared me. And I'm gonna buy the whole series. And I just want to see it through. I love this series. I love the main character. I love that in the beginning, like, it was a lot of Harry Potter references, and they started getting like less and less as the books started being published, because Victoria Schwab does not support turds. But yeah, if you read the first book, don't get deterred by the fact that she does mention a lot of Harry Potter, because that just is not a reflection of how good the books are. And she did publish this, I believe. Don't come at me if we knew she was a TERF before I didn't. So yeah, don't get turned by that. This is such a great middle grade series about ghost hunting and about the afterlife and about friendship and about opening yourselves to new experiences. Cass's family is actually, they're ghost hunters, and they are hired to do this TV show. And the funny thing is, the only person that actually sees ghosts is Cass, but she can't tell anyone. And her best friend is actually a ghost that follows her around. And there's a cat in this book that reminds me of the cat that just went right behind me. I assure you, this is a series that you will fall in love with if you like middle grade. If you don't like middle grade, then forget everything I said. Okay, the bane of my existence. I have here Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, the Claim the Stars series. I'm gonna finish this out of spite, basically. It's because I've already invested so much time and money into this fucking series, and I want to finish it. But if it turns out to be a 14-book series, I will DNF this. Like, I will, because at this point, like, I don't know what Brandon Sanderson wants to do with this series except take my money. And honestly, I've turned kind of into a Brandon Sanderson hate account. So yeah, this is about Spencer. Spencer lives on a planet, and they keep getting attacked by these aliens. I do quotes because we don't know what they are, but they're aliens. And she has always dreamed of being a fighter pilot, but her father was a dishonored pilot, and for some reason that means that she can't get into flight school. I guess we do this now, like, your father fucked up, so you're a fuck up, you know. But the first book is really good. Second book, not so good. Third book, you'll see my thoughts on it. The next series I have is Mickey 7 series. I don't know what this is called. I just call them by the first book's title. By Edward Ashton. Fully enjoyed this book. Fun sci-fi. And the next book is coming out, and I plan on asking for it for my birthday. This is about a guy named Mickey, and he is like the expendable in a mission, which means that every time something dangerous has to happen, they send him, because they can just clone him and put his memories back. The thing is, he can only remember up until the point where he last uploaded his memories, so there are like things missing, and something happens, and suddenly Mickey 7 is not the only Mickey around. And it's like a fun, enjoyable series, and sometimes you just need fun and enjoyable. And the audiobook for this, amazing. Love it. Also love this cover. Love this cover more than the new cover. Bounders by Monica Tesler. Again, from this is shiny as Monica Tesler. Again, from reading the books, sci-fi books written by Monica's. Love this I want to call this a YA series, even though it's actually middle grade, but this reads very YA to me. Probably because YA should be middle grade. I don't know. Something about middle grade. I find middle grade characters to be written better than YA characters in general. Not all the time, but I like the way middle grade characters are written because they actually act their age. But anyway, this is about a group of kids who have rare abilities to bound, but they don't just like have this ability. They have to go and study to learn how to use this ability to travel across the stars, basically. And it's a great book. It's so much fun. It's such a quick read. And of course, there's always the fact that the academy they attend has a lot of secrets, and they must uncover these secrets. And I freaking love this series. This series is like a bunch of books long, and I just want to get all the books in hardback and have them on my shelves. Okay, the next one, I don't know what I forget what it's called in English, but this is I think it's the Stranger Times. Yeah, it's the Stranger Times series by C.K. McDonald. This is the story about a young woman who loses her husband, basically, not loses her husband, loses her life. Not loses her life. What am I talking about? This is about a young woman who gets divorced. Like, getting divorced meant losing your life. But basically, she gets divorced, and she has never worked because her husband was very wealthy, and she was going to be a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mom. And then she finds out that he's a piece of and she gets divorced. She doesn't have anybody to turn to, and she answers an ad for the Stranger Times, which is a newspaper about paranormal events. And she just goes desperate to basically make some money. But what she finds is that the paranormal might not actually be as fake as she originally thought. This book is just fun. It's so much fun. It's full of interesting characters. It's full of a very wide, like, world building, which I don't usually like, but I love it in this book because the characters come before the world building, and that's the kind of that I'm into. So yeah, love me some The Stranger Times. I'm currently reading book 2. You might see it pop up eventually in a vlog. Who knows? Oh, I put one in the wrong place. Well, I'll give you a bonus series that I will not continue at the end. But the next series I plan on continuing is Hyperion by Dan Simmons. This is the story about a group of people who are going to this place. I'm sorry, I had to stop. This is a story about a group of people who, at the midst of the Armageddon, are going to this mysterious place where there's this mysterious chapel, I guess, where they say that you can like get a wish granted, and all of them tell the story of why they're going there. It's very Canterbury Tales, and the ending is kind of a cliffhanger, and I heard that this series is actually really, really good. And if you have been around me for a while, I actually read this entire book in one day. I read it in one day. I can't get through a 300-page book now I've been reading it for like a week. But that's okay. Reading is not a competitive sport. But yes, I definitely plan to continue Hyperion by Dan Simmons. I've heard the second book is actually really good. The format changes, but there are 4 books in the series. I already have the second one, and I do plan on continuing. Next up, no surprise to anyone, is the Leviathan, The Expanse series. The Expanse series by James S.A. Corey. I have no clue what this is about, but everyone and their mother tells me that I will like this series. And I recently found out that it's a much more character-driven series than I thought it was. And also, if you saw my video about books that I plan to read this year, you saw that my husband got me the first 3 books in this series for Christmas. So I definitely plan on at least starting this series and hopefully continuing it. Now, I did mention that I had one on my phone, and I have no idea where my phone is right now. Hang on. So the next series that I plan on starting and continuing, because I have fallen in love with this series, and all I know, it's like two worlds at war, but so many people recommended this as a character-driven sci-fi series that I just have to read it. And that is, I'm gonna hold up my phone because there's no way I'm gonna say this right. It's the Vorkosigan series, and this was written by Lois McMaster Bujold, and it is 15 books long. But I don't know, I've already fallen in love. I'm committed. I'm at least committing to starting this series and hopefully finishing it. Not this year, maybe next year, because again, I did find this on Audible for free, but I don't think all the books are for free. But this is a series that I definitely plan on starting and continuing because I've already fallen in love with these characters and I haven't even read anything. Nothing. I've not. I haven't even started the audiobook. My wrap up this month is gonna be a total fail. All right, and if you made it to the end, I have the extra series that I will not be continuing, and that is the Metro 2033 series by Dmitry Glukowski. I've heard that it just goes downhill from here, and honestly, I tried to read this again. I think you know, when I was very depressed and I didn't understand shit. Like, I didn't understand anything, but I was enjoying what I did understand. It's just that I don't think this book needs a continuation. So I plan on reading this one and just leaving it at that, to be honest. Or I don't know, maybe this is a maybe, because we'll see how it ends. We'll see how it ends. But for now, I just plan on continuing this one because everybody just tells me, don't read the rest. It's not worth it. So, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. That sounded really loud. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I do apologize for not posting. That was really bad. I'm so sorry. But I know you understand. You are the people that watch me are such like nice people. I always get the nicest comments. So that's it. Those are my series. Now I have to put these books back on my shelves, which is like the worst part. Getting thumbnails and putting books back. Just why? So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know any thoughts that you have on any of these series. Let me know if the ones that you saw that I didn't want to continue with, you are like, you should definitely finish that. And maybe I will. Who knows? Who knows? There are definitely more series out there. There are definitely more series that I left out. But again, I just started pulling books from my shelves, and I thought this was a long enough video. Also, thank you for coming back, even though I left you hanging for a week. It really means a lot to me whenever you guys watch my videos. It's like amazing. Thank you so much. And well, without any further ado, I bid you adieu, and I will see you in another galaxy far, far away. Bye.